What is it about Neapolitan music that creates such interest and it sort of travels so well in Europe?
I think for me, if I dare to have an opinion about that, I think surely because I know very in great depth Enzo's music. I'm also a fan of Daniele Seppe. And do you know the band Scappa Napoli?
Yes.
And is there anything in common with these different artists, each of whom sound very different from each other? I think yes. You can feel that global crossroads dimension of Naples in all of this music. This is not, to me, it's not so much regional music as global crossroads music. I think you can feel the influence of many cultures, which are every day in this huge port city of Naples. The world comes flowing in every day.
Were you there? I assume you were, but for once, you're very rarely on camera. I think you're on camera once, saying hello to somebody, because normally we see you quite a bit, one way or the other. I mean, because I've seen, last year we saw Anne-Caroline Parker, I saw Jimmy Carter Marathon Plains here, whenever a year, like a few years ago now, and you're there. In this instance, you're almost completely absent. Hence I assume you're in the big room when everyone's playing. What did you get just as a human being, as a person, as a fan of music, standing there with these people playing?
Well, I was filming. So that's one reason I wasn't on camera. Actually, there are a couple of times you'll see me race through the background of a shot, trying to get out of the way with my camera. So I'll tell you, it's very interesting for me because I was filming all the time. I know I was very excited about what we were getting, but I was so concerned with the shots that it wasn't until later when I saw the footage that I went, oh my God, this is terrific. There's a difference between feeling we're getting good things and actually being able to appreciate what you're getting. So that was my experience. I saw the first cut of the film. The film was basically edited in Naples by Giorgio Francini. And then he came to New York and we worked together for a couple of weeks. And when I saw the first cut, the very first cut that Jojo did, I was like, wow, we did something really terrific. It's nice to know that.
Are you aware that you were following in 2 years ago John Turturro was here with his Passion musical? Last year there was a film on Enzo Avitabile presented here. This year you make actually the Neapolitan trilogy, almost, the Venice Neapolitan trilogy. Were you aware of Turturro's film at all?
You know, I've not seen it. I got it because I love Turturro and I love his work and I want to see his Naples film. And when I finally got a DVD, because I was not in New York when it showed. When I got a DVD, it was PAL, I couldn't watch it. Then, when I was going to go to Naples, I thought, I better see Passione. So, you know, I'll do my homework and see what he did, and then I can decide. But then I decided, no, forget all that. Go to Enzo, discover Enzo's Naples, and we'll see what we come up with. So I still haven't seen Passione.
Oh, it's fun.
I'm sure it is.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. I mean, anyway,
I'm sure it's great. Maybe it'll be a double feature someday.
It'd be cool. Actually, no, that would be an excellent way to go because they're two sides of the same coin. He goes a little bit more entertainment, which actually brings me a bit because he actually quite successfully. You totally avoided the postcard. Most of them, as I often say, any non-Italian director who comes to film in Italy almost ends up inevitably showing the washing lines and sort of cute old ladies peering from windows. And even though there are cute old ladies peering from windows and washing lines,
they actually come down in our film and talk.
But were you making any concerted effort at all not to present? Because there's not much backstory. You don't actually tell the story of Naples anyway. You tell his story, and it's focused entirely on him. But was there? So Naples remains very much more in the background. In Europe. Was that intended, or just sort of what came out at the end? That's how it works. The best way to do it is what we see.
We didn't have an agenda for how we wanted to portray Naples visually, except we wanted to capture the parts of Naples that meant the most to Enzo. So, and that's why when we talked, I mean, you listen to what his songs are about, and he's singing about people all the time, people. You know, my request to him was, take us to parts of Naples that have meaning for you. If we're going to spend a week together with the cameras rolling, let's always be in the places that you care about. Which eventually led us to Marianella, which was, you know, a visual feast. That said, we had, a brilliant Italian director of photography and a couple of good camera operators working with him. So wherever we went, we had these great cameramen capturing the environment that Enzo cares about.
Do you? Yeah. Okay, I've got my last question. In that case. Of all the mainstream Hollywood directors, you've certainly gone off into the documentaries more than most. Maybe Stone is out there doing his thing here and there, but it's one of the things I've always greatly admired about you. Have documentaries become a very enjoyable distraction that's kept you away from mainstream movies more than you might otherwise have intended? The real life being more interesting, in fact, than having to dedicate your life to 3 years of a fiction tale. I'm always open to finding a script that tells a good story that I could get very enthusiastic about and make the film. I have to say that, you know, working within the kind of the corporate system can be difficult, and I've done that, that was fine. But I think I've evolved to more of kind of like what we call an indie state of mind, and especially with the new technology, which lets you make a good-looking film very inexpensively, and with what I see as all the tremendously interesting subjects happening in real life, I'm drawn to documentary filmmaking in a very enthusiastic way. But I still love making films with actors, and I hope if I ever get to be at Venice again, it will be with a fiction film. Have you got Wally and Andre shoot?
Yes. Well, that's now called The House at Love Strand.
The House at Love Strand.
And we're in the cutting room now. And by the way, the cinematographer who did The Reluctant Terrorist, Declan Quinn, shot The House at Love Strand. Declan Quinn, who also shot Jimmy Carter and Rachel Getting Married. So Mira and I are always competing for Declan Quinn as our cameraman.
No, he did it. I saw Mira's film this morning.
It must look amazing.
It does.
Yeah.
No, it does. It does. Anyway, I won't waste your time on reviews of that film, which is actually surprised me. It was much better than I was anticipating.
I'm very anxious to see it.
And the photography is stunning. I have to go because we have to go and you have to get on. I'm going to have to ask you for a studio ID. Which is, if you know what they are,
sure.
You do. It's to camera. Without looking at me, you did it back in 2000, whatever it was. We're updating now.
Okay.
Ciao Studio Universal.
Oh.
Easy. It's a camera.
Okay.
I think you might want to lean back a little bit, actually.
Okay, really? Okay. Ciao Studio Universal. How was that? No good? Okay.
No, do one more. You look back at me. No, one more.
Ciao Studio Universal.
There you go.
You're a good director. Thank you very much. Good to see you.